I'm still kind of irritated about the whole vaccine thing in terms of my personal life. I'm definitely irritated in terms of our country. So when the vaccines first came out, and this is not to say that nobody could benefit from the vaccine, all right, but we were given misinformation about it at every turn. And actual questions about the vaccine that were valid were shut down at every turn. And I had way too much trust at that point in our health system, in our drug companies, in not our news media, but I really thought, okay, you know, the geniuses at Pfizer would not be actively doing something to undermine public health. And if they did do something to undermine public health, then they would fix it. That's actually what I thought. I realized these drug companies give us a lot of drugs that save some lives, but in this lane, the entire system was working against us in some nefarious ways because they wanted mass vaccination, so they weren't giving the full information so people could truly give informed consent. And I went along with it. You know, I wasn't like trying to suppress information, but I just had too much trust. So I got double vaxxed, and then I got a booster. And then I got COVID, of course, you know. And then I went for my annual physical a couple months later, and for the first time in my 50 years, I showed up as having an autoimmune issue. And I was like, what's that about? I've never had that. No one in my family has that. And I went to the best rheumatologist in New York City, and I said, could this be because of the double vax booster and then COVID? And she said, yes. So I was angry, and I felt, I mean, it's just completely changed the way I look at medical information. And now we know, of course, they were so agenda-driven. And a lot of people were saying this in the beginning, and I was skeptical of them, but I was open-minded, skeptical but open-minded. I never shamed anybody for their POV. And now I've really done a 180 on it to where I personally wish I hadn't gotten any of the shots. Yeah.